answer, but it is close to it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You see, a lot of people, there's so much awakening going on as we speak. You see that middle belt that they usually add to the northern part of Nigeria to claim that the northern Nigeria is bigger than the southern Nigeria. When you look at the map very well, it is actually the place that is the biggest. Middle belt is the biggest part of Nigeria. But they've added them to this Sharia North to make political pronouncements. And guess what? They also have the younger generation and the middle-aged generation as well, who are now doing everything to distance themselves from this called Sharia North. So what that means is, if that become a thing, right, it's going to birth a movement. If it hasn't already, it will birth a movement that is, going to liberate themselves from the shackles of that Sharia North.
But do you think it will happen in our lifetime?
If it doesn't happen in our lifetime, right, we may possibly be leaving behind a very much enlightened, educated, self-aware generations, which means, whether we are here or not, right, it will eventually happen. Because you know what? Before now, when they are talking about northern Nigeria, this middle belters, they just keep mute. They never resisted. They never rejected that they are part of the north. But the last 3-4 years of Nigeria, they are becoming more vocal, right?
Yes.
To the point that it's been like a century, 2 centuries of oppression, suppression, and all those things.
Of slavery.
You get
it?
Slavery. So we can't see them cover the ground in a space of just 2-3 years. So we will eventually get there with the help of this modern technology of information dissemination and all that. I strongly believe that within the time, right, this myth of this northern Nigeria will cease. And when we get to that stage, right, it will spread enough that they will be bold enough to fight for their own independence. So when Nigeria finally breaks, they will be taking their own destiny in their hands. I strongly believe that. It may be slow. I promise you, right? They are never going to be second fiddle for long. They won't be for long.
I really want you, my brother, to be raising this question to say, as we agitate, let us think about our other brothers in the north, and especially if even in the Sharia north, a good chunk of the population in the Sharia, a good chunk of them are Christians. If you go to Borno, you have Christians. If you go to Sokoto, you have Christians. You get to even Kano State, you have Christians. So as we agitate to leave, in fact, I think the worst crime that was committed against these people is when the Obasanjo regime granted this Sharia status to these people without a clause to say that, look, we still this Sharia law.
They deceived Obasanjo himself, because according to them, right, they said Sharia is for Muslims. Which means the Sharia will be for only Muslims. Nobody thought it was going to become a state policy in some places that both Christians
but even if
Muslims are being subjected to obey. It wasn't meant to be.
Yes. But even when it's for Muslims, there should have been a clause to say that it should be for consenting Muslims, because we're still within. There's still a national framework. There's still a country called Nigeria, within in which that Sharia contraption exists. So if I'm a Muslim and for any reason I do not want to be judged in an Islamic court, I can opt for a jurisdiction, a national jurisdiction. That's the normal court of law of the country, of the land, And I think that there was no such clause when this thing was granted. When this Sharia thing was granted to these people.
So everybody would try it, maybe committing political suicide. So they don't want to touch
it. But it should be done. It should be done. It should be done. What our lawyers are there for? All these our human rights campaigners and so on. What are they there for? So anyway, it's just a question I'm raising, and I hope that in future you and your people, I mean, and the audience will be able
in which
to
you actually join the conversation. Okay, a lot of people, all of our listeners right now, most of them are probably just like nodding their head, watching, like, that's true, that's true, and that is why this platform will always be a free flow of ideas, as it should be.
It's a wonderful thing.
Can always be like,
wonderful you're doing. God will bless you. God will bless you. God bless you, my
dear.
Too.
God bless you. Stay safe, Baba.
Okay.
Nice one, sir. I love it. I love my dear Templars. I love you because you see, I can share my view while people of diverse opinions, diverse views are also watching. And when the time is right, you are always going to be on hand to say, you know what, Mayego, I want to approach this conversation from this angle. And I'll say, yeah, please go for it. And at the end of the day, we are just all going to be like learning something new again, or engaging in some, thought-provoking, conversations. And I love it. It's not like just Mayegun seated here, just talking, and everybody will be like, okay, yeah, fine, good night, everybody, like that. No. So if you are not on Mayegun's Diary Political, you have no idea what you're actually missing out on. And listen, your voice, your opinion does matter here. Even if we don't agree with your opinion, if we don't agree with your view, it doesn't mean that we are not going to listen. People will just kind of tell you why they don't agree, and this is why. And then they will share their own view. And you too, you don't have to agree with everyone. That's what makes it interesting, right? So I give it to every one of you who always have that enough, courage, the confidence to come on here and share your view, because you are helping the whole diverse conversation to remain very much diverse. I love it. There's no minute or every bit of it that is lost on us, okay? The message is still the same. If we all try to understand ourselves genuinely, even for those who love this one Nigeria thing, without taking much offense in the way we describe the contraption, you will understand that somehow, something is missing. Something is just not right. And when we talk to ourselves and listen to ourselves, there is a possibility that we can have a consensus where all of us can say, truly, this is not working. I think we should work on breaking it up to save lives. Respectfully.
Onye du iPod, o meriwo n'izu, onye ya abakare, mama gawora, una bori meri nandi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2, now Python that's 3. Una bori meri nandi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2.
Sorry about that. I lost my audio, and I think it should be back now. Let's see. Give me a second. I want to see and make sure that my audio is back. It should be back now. Yeah, it is back. And it's actually time to say good night as well. Okay. So I want to say a very big thank you. David, I was expecting you to be back, but no, I still kind of still lost you, man. I wanted you to come and finish what you were saying. You've been trying to pass this message for the past, how many days now? 3 days. And then we had a chance of having that chat this evening, and boom, network did us bad. But don't worry. I'll probably look forward to your call another time. So to everybody in the temple this evening, thank you so much for joining. And remember, for every one of you who has tried to check out this platform, they pay for this session, okay? For the next 2-3 weeks, I'm going to keep, flashing this on your screen. It's important. And again, it is just for you to try it out. If you are looking for any other alternative or an extra source of, revenue, so to say, but you would be willing to go through the whole teaching, the whole training and all that too. And I don't think it's that kind of like so simple and easy that way. But they will do their best to make it easier for you, because you will need to pay attention, dedicate your time. And of course, if you give it all it takes, right, that may actually be the financial breakthrough you've been, looking for. Okay. So it is not an MMM. It is not a pyramid scheme or get rich quick sort of a thing. Okay. This is like you going back to school to get to train yourself about how to invest in a business of your own, owned by you, named after yourself and all that. Okay. So I mean, if you put your phone on your screen, you can scan this barcode to read more and reach out. And if you have any question as well, here is a flyer with a mobile number. That's a number in front of, on your screen there at the bottom right, right? Call that, ask questions. And if everything works out well, don't forget the temple. I don't know if I should add that, right? So thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening or night. I shall see you again soon. So good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun Diary politico.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun
àní ẹ̀ súnra kì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Ayé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì.